Good morning, dear sixth students. How are you today? I hope that you are excited for our lessons for today, which is going to be lesson 3, page 18 from unit 2, as you see. So, as you know, today is Saturday, October 24th, 2020. Lesson 3, it is going to be reading and learning the scanning and inferring, but the lesson is about moral tale, page 18. Page 18. So our learning objectives for today: 1, read a moral story; 2, develop reading skills from scanning and inferring; 3, vocabulary, bridge, delicious, etc., etc. Please mute your mic. Miss Basil, Ellen, Basil and Ellen, you are really late. Basil and Ellen, you are really late and I already took the attendance, okay? أخذت أنا الحضور والغياب. So the grammar review: past simple, regular and irregular.
بس أنا هلا إجي.
Miss, you did not raise your hand and I know that you just came. بعرف إنه أنت هلا إجيتي. أنا عم بقول إنه أنا صرت ماخذة الحضور وغياب. Okay? So put your hand down. Miss Basil and Nardine, you are late. خلص, that's it. Okay? Let's focus here. So
أنا إجيت
in Arabic,
أنا إجيت لما أنت صرت تحكي الحضور والغياب.
Okay, Miss. In Arabic, قراءة قصص ذو عبرة. Miss, نطفي المايك, please turn off your mic. 2, تطوير مهارات القراءة من مسح وinferring يعني استدلال. المفردات جسر، لذيذ إلى آخره. 4، مراجعة القواعد، الماضي البسيط، المنتظم وغير المنتظم. Before we go into details or reading the text, first we need to discuss the vocabulary. Now, the vocabulary that has dash, these are that we are concerned with, المهتمين فيهم. The ones that do not have a dash, you can skip them. They are just an extra information. Okay? Extra information. So who's willing to read the first one? مين حابب يقرأ أول إشي؟ Yes, Shadi.
Scanning, verb to read quickly in order to get a specific information.
A specific information. So scanning, Miss, it means that you need to read the text quickly just to get that specific information. معلومة معينة بدنا إياها فقط. عشان هيك لازم نقرأ بسرعة. Next, inferring, استدلال. Yes, إيليا.
Inferring, verb to show, point out.
Okay, so inferring, when I tell you infer your answer, it means you need to show me from where did you get your answer. من وين جبت جوابك؟ من وين استدليت عليه؟ Okay, so from where did you get or concluded your answer? So you need to show me and to point at it. Next, who's willing to read? Yes, Tulian, and lower your hand, Liya and Shadi.
A synonym of moral is the meaning of the story.
Meaning of the story. So, moral, when I say moral tale, it means a tale, a short story that has a lesson in the end. Whether it's something positive or negative, a lesson that we conclude from the end of this short story or tale. So it's the lesson or the meaning of the story. يعني شو الدرس المستفاد من هاي القصة. Next, who's willing to read? What about not? Let's go not.
Yes, teacher.
Read here. نقرأ هون. Read it, please.
Bone noun the hard part that from the inside body frame skeleton.
Okay, can you repeat? معلش نعيد that form.
Bone noun the hard part that from the
Form. Form. It's F-O-R-M. So form.
form
The inside
inside body
frame
frame skeleton.
skeleton. So bones are the white and hard parts inside our bodies. They are not outside. So inside our bodies, and it actually frames our body, which has, if you put all of the bones together, we can have in the end something called skeleton. اللي هو العظم bone اللي هو العظم والskeleton اللي هو الهيكل العظمي in the end. Next, who's willing to read? Yes, Hamza.
Sure. A synonym of directions is
Oh, sorry, this is of.
a synonym or directions is
Delicious.
delicious,
Tasty.
tasty.
Okay, thank you, Hamza. So, and Hamza, can you lower the other like laptop or phone that has our voices في جهاز تاني وطيه please عشان ما نسمع الصدى أو الصوت. So a synonym of delicious is tasty. So when you say this cake or cupcake is delicious, you mean that it is tasty. It has a very like tasty flavor. إلها نكهة لذيذة. Next. The ones who finish reading or participating, lower your hand. ينزل إيده. So Ali, let's go Ali.
A synonym of tale is short story.
Amazing. So I can say instead of tale, I can say short story. So this is what I mean by tale. Tale, it means short story. So whenever you hear someone is telling you, oh, this is a fairy tale, it means it is a short story of a fairy. هي قصة قصيرة للفيري اللي هم الفيري هذول الفيري السحريات أو الجنيات الصغار. It's a very nice story, by the way, or a fairy. It's a very nice story tale. So here, extra information. Who is willing to read? And thank you for lowering your hand. شكرا انكم نزلتوا ايديكم. Now I can see. هلا بقدر اشوف. So next, who's willing to read? What about Nardine? Let's go, Nardine. Let's go, Nardine. نقرأ هون. Read. Quickly, مس أسرع لازم نكون. So Nardine, you are not here. What about Ranim? Let's go, Ranim. So Ranim and Nardine. Okay, Sophie. Let's go, Sophie.
Yes, teacher.
Who's that?
Me, Nardine.
Who's me? Nardine. Okay, Nardine, why were you late? Why weren't you answering? يلا miss نقرأ هون please. And please when I call you next time, reply quickly, answer me quickly. يلا مس نقرأهم.
fiction stories.
null fictional stories. Okay, someone else other than Nordine. How about Sophie?
cinema,
Yes. يلا Sophie. Read here, please. Fictional stories.
fictional story based on
Stories.
stories based
Based on
based uh, um, uh,
on
on
imagination.
imagination.
Excellent. So fictional stories based on imagination. It means these tales or stories are not real. They are not real. It's you write it just from your imagination. You imagine things and you write it, not based on facts. مش مبنية على حقائق، مش من شيء واقع، هي just من الخيال، هم بس من خيال الإنسان أو من خيالك أنت شخصيا. Examples on fictional stories like tales, fairy tale or legend. tales short stories, fairy tale اللي هم القصص القصيرة عن الفيريز، والlegends الأساطير like Hercules. Hercules is a legendary tale. Okay, guys? Or it's actually a myth, but it's also considered as a fiction story. So here next, who is willing to read? Yes, Laura.
Non-fiction stories based on
Non-fictional stories.
fictional stories.
Again,
Non-fictional stories.
non-fictional stories.
Non-fictional stories
Can you repeat
based
it? Non-fictional
non-fictional stories based on reality
reality.
biography
Documentary, sorry.
document
Theory. Amazing. So non-fictional stories are stories based on reality, on facts, things that really happened. هي قصص مبنية على الواقع، على الحقائق وأشياء فعليا صارت with these characters like the biography or a documentary. Biography اللي هي السيرة الذاتية and documentaries about people's lives and etc. Next, who's willing to read? Yes, Tulian.
Share, verb, to have something at the same time with someone else.
So when I say share this book or paper, it means that more than one person should have the same paper at the same time. So sharing is caring. When you play, for instance, a game with Lego, let's say, you are sharing this toys and games. Or when you are playing the puzzles or something, you are sharing the same thing at the same time with someone else. يعني عم نعمل مشاركة. Okay? Next, who's willing? Yes. Yes, Ellen. Let's go, Ellen.
Yes.
read here please. نقرأ هون.
Sheep. An animal covered with wool.
Amazing. So sheep, a noun, this is the part of a speech. An animal covered with wool. So it's an animal and it's covered with wool. Let me show you a picture of it. Here is it. So these are sheep and this is a sheep. This is an animal, feeds on grass, and this part here is called the wool, اللي هو الصوف. Next, who's willing to read? Who's willing to read? ميرنا السرياني. Let's go ميرنا. نقرأ هون.
Mouse, noun, an animal.
A small.
Mouse, noun, a small animal with long tail.
Amazing, excellent Mirna, thank you. So mouse, and it's a noun, this is the part of a speech. A small animal with long tail. It's an animal, هو حيوان, very small with a long tail. So this is a mouse. Okay guys, we all know it. Next, who's willing to read after mouse? You can lower your hands now. What about here, Fadi? What about Ranim? What about Bavli? What about Basil? Yalla Fadi, let's go.
A bridge, noun, singular. A road goes over a river.
Amazing, excellent Fadi. We already took it and we know what do we mean by a bridge. We took it in unit 1. So bridge noun singular, a road goes over a river. هو الجسر. Okay, next who's willing to read? What about Bavli? Let's go Bavli.
Yes, teacher.
Start read.
River, lake,
River,
waterfall,
lake,
and lake, waterfall, and ocean, ocean are water bodies.
bodies. Excellent, excellent, Bavli. We already took it and mentioned it so many times, even last year in 5th grade. So river, lake, waterfall, and ocean are water bodies. هم أنواع من أشكال المياه. كيف بتيجي المياه in nature. Okay, how the water bodies are in nature. كيف بيجوا بالطبيعة. As a river, lake, waterfall, ocean, sea, ponds, etc. etc. هم بيجوا أشكال كتير. River, نهر, lake, بحيرة, waterfall, شلال, etc. etc. Next, who's willing? What about let me see, Ellen again. Let's see Ellen.
Yes.
Let's go read.
The opposite.
The opposite.
The opposite of
Angry
is calm.
Calm. So angry and calm are kinds of behavior. So when you see a person who is very grumpy, let's say, and has a red face, you would say that this person is angry. زعلان, غاضب, okay? And the opposite of angry is calm. And you would say after 5 minutes he will be calm. بعد 5 دقايق رح يهدى. Okay, next. Who is? Yes, Fadi. And please wait your turn next time. يلا, let's go, Fadi.
The opposite of walk, the
strong.
Weak.
Weak the strong.
Where is the? It's is Fadi. So weak is strong. Again.
Weak is strong.
Amazing. Excellent, Fadi. So the opposite of weak is strong. When you say that this person is strong, what do we mean by strong? Even in Arabic, who's willing to answer it? Yes, Shadi, what do we mean by strong?
قوي.
قوي. So this person is a strong person or has a strong personality. عنده شخصية قوية أو هو جسديا physically he is strong. So the opposite of strong is weak. So the opposite of weak is strong and vice versa. العكس صحيح برضه. So when you say that this person is weak, it means he is not that strong. مش كتير قوي. ضعيف. Next, who's willing to read? Yes, Elia.
Look now, the appearance of someone.
Or some.
Or
So in the text, it was mentioned you don't look delicious. Here, the word came as a noun. As a noun, this is the part of his speech. هي أجت هنا اسم and not as a verb. Look at the door. This is a verb and actually it is an imperative verb. But when you say you don't look delicious as it was mentioned in the text, it means the appearance of someone or something. المظهر اللي طالع فيه الشخص أو الشيء. Next, who's willing? Yes.
Teacher, can I do it?
No, Fadi. No. Nardine. Let's go, Nardine, again.
مو أنا حكت ناردين. مو أنا حكيت.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Fadi. Sorry, Fadi. Okay, Nardine, you have to wait your turn. So go ahead, Nardine.
A synonym of lie is
Lie.
lie is not
is
true.
not true. Repeat, miss. Say it again. Not true.
A synonym
اقرأي
of
هون, miss. Not true.
not true.
Amazing. Thank you. Excellent, Nardine. So when you say that this person just said a lie, it means he or she did not say the truth. He or she said something that is not true. قالوا إشي مش حقيقة ومش صحيح. يعني in another words كذب. Okay? Next, who is willing to read? Miss, no one interrupt the class. ما نقاطع الحصة please. Lower your hands. ننزل إيدينا هدول اللي رافعين. And the ones who want to read, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, no. I can't focus otherwise. Yes, let's see. Okay, Shadi, let's go, Shadi.
The opposite of bored is interesting.
So the opposite of bored is interesting. When you say that this is a bored movie, it means it's not interesting. It's not thrilling. هو فيلم ممل. Okay? Next, who's willing to read? Yes, Hamza.
Wolf. Noun singular. Wild animals of the dog family living and
Hunting.
or passes.
Okay, again.
بس حكى
Wolf.
on. مو
مس
أنت.
بعرف. فادي I know حبيبي. Wolf, repeat it, miss. Wolf. Hamza,
Wolf, noun
repeat.
singular.
Wolf. Miss, لا
Wolf.
حبيبي, wait for me. A wild animal.
A wild animals of the dog.
Animal. Just one animal.
Animal.
Of the dog family.
Animal of the family living and
Hunting in
hunting in
packs.
packs.
Okay, and Hamza, please turn off the other laptop or phone that is on. نطفي الجهاز الثاني لأنه عم بسمع صوتي, okay? So packs, it means groups, okay? بجماعات. So we know the wolves, wild animals, هم they live and hunt in packs within a group, okay? So now we will go to the lesson. هلا I will read for you, miss, the first thing, and I need you to pay attention and match the stories to the picture. The pictures and the story are not matched. هم ملخبطين. Okay? So we need to match them. So first I will read, then you will read after me. Story number 1, and this is the title of the story. When I say the title, it means عنوان الدرس. So 1, the dog and the bone. And try to find where is the picture that has the dog and the bone, and write the number of the story next to it. نكتب رقم الستوري جنب الصورة that matched it, اللي بتطابقها. One day a dog found a delicious bone. He didn't want to share it, so he ran away to the river. The dog looked in the river and he saw a dog in the water. He didn't know, but he was looking at himself. The dog had a bone. It looked bigger than his bone. He jumped into the water and the bone fell from his mouth. Splash! The dog lost his bone. He was very angry with himself. Who can tell me this story number 1 matches which picture? Which picture? Yes, Lara. Which one? Does it match the picture of
Picture
the one
3.
next to story number 3? This one. So right here number 1. Because the dog and the bone, this is the picture of the story. بتاعت هاي القصة. Number 2, the lion and the mouse. A hungry lion caught a little mouse. I'm going to eat you, said the lion. Please don't eat me, said the little mouse. Please, please, please. Okay, said the lion. You don't look delicious. The happy mouse ran away. The next day, a man caught the lion in a net. The lion was crying to himself and shouting, "Help!" The little mouse heard the lion. "I can help you," said the little mouse. "How can you help me?" said the lion. You're small and weak." The little mouse used his sharp little teeth and he made a hole in the net. "Thank you," said the lion. "Thank you, little mouse." Story number 3, The Boy and the Wolf. Again, this is the title of A young boy took care of sheep in a field above a town. One day he was bored. He shouted, "Help! There is a wolf! Help! Help! Help!" Everyone ran to the field, but there wasn't a wolf. The people went back to the town. The boy laughed. He was enjoying himself. The second day the boy was bored again. "Wolf!" he shouted. Everyone ran to the field, but again there was no wolf. The third evening, the boy heard a noise, and then he saw a wolf. It was walking quietly into the field. "Wolf!" shouted the boy. "Help! There is a wolf!" Nobody came. The boy climbed a tree and cried to himself. The wolf ate all his sheep. Now I need you to tell me story number 2. Sorry, here, this image. As you see here, match.
Three.
معلش فادي. Match which story or tale? Yes, Fadi, since you already answered.
3.
So you need to write number 3 next to the image. جنب الصورة نكتب 3 هون because it matches this story. Okay, this image here matches which story? Fadi, mute your mic, please. Yes, Tulin. This
Teacher, the
picture
lion
matches.
and the mouse.
What's the number of the story?
Story number 2.
Amazing. So here write please 2. Here is 3 and here number 1. Number 1. Okay, let me see who's willing to read. Yes, Tulin. Let's start with Tulin again.
The dog and the bone.
1.
The dog and the bone. One day a dog found a delicious bone. He didn't want to share it, so he ran away to the river. The
Thank
dog
you, Tulin. Yes, Elia.
The dog looked in the river, and he saw a dog in the water. He didn't know, but he was looking at himself. The dog had a bone. It looked bigger than his bone. He jumped into the water, and the bone fell from his mouth. Splash!
Fell and the bone fell.
Fell from his mouth. Splash! The dog lost his bone. He was very angry with himself.
Thank you, Elia. Next, who's willing to read? So lower your hands. Lara, let's go, Lara.
The Lion and the Mouse. A hungry
2.
lion. 2. The Lion and the Mouse. A hungry lion got a little mouse. "I am going to eat you," said the lion. "Please don't eat me," said the little mouse. "Please, please, please."
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Lara. Thank you, Lara. Lower your hand. Daniela.
Okay, said the lion. "You don't look," said the lion. "You don't look delicious.
Delicious.
Delicious." The happy mouse ran away. The next day, a man caught the lion in a net.
Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Daniela. Lower your hand. Shadi. Let's go, Shadi.
The lion was crying to himself and shouting, "Help! The little mouse heard the lion. I can help you."
Heard the lion. Heard the
Said
lion.
"I can help you." Said the little mouse, "How can you help me?" Said the lion, "You are small and weak." The
And
little
weak.
mouse
You are small and weak. Thank you, Shadi. Someone else? Thank you, Shadi. Lower your hand, Shadi. Okay, on. Let's go on.
The little mouse used his sharp
Mouse.
little the little mouse used his sharp little teeth, and he made a hole in the net. "Thank you," said the lion. "Thank you," said the thank you, little mouse.
Thank you. So guys, look here. Do you see this that is on the top of the lion? This is the net. اللي فوق اللايون هذه هي النت الشبكة. Okay. Little hole اللي هي عمل خزق أو خزق بالنت. Okay. Next, who's willing to read? Yes. Narj. Let's go, Narj.
Yes, teacher.
Let's go. 3.
The boy and the wolf. A young boy took care of sheep in a
Field.
field above a town on
Town.
town
Uh-huh.
on day he was bored.
Bored.
He
He shouted.
shouted, "Help! There's a wolf! Help! 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 Everyone! Help!
Ran.
Everyone ran to the
Field.
field, but there wasn't a wolf.
Thank you, Narj. Thank you. Excellent. So, guys, I need to tell you something here. This is the ED here. In phonology, إشي اسمه علم الصوتيات in English, we call it شكوى. يعني ما بلفظها كتير. I do not pronounce it a lot. I said bored, shouted. Okay, ما بلفظها bored or shouted. Okay, guys? So you need to focus on these words. When I read, focus and try to read as I read. نقرأ زي ما أنا بقرأ. Okay? هي اسمها شكوى ما بتنلفظ تكون كتير. Next, who is, we actually passed the time, but it's okay. Who's willing to read? Yes, Ellen. Let's go, Ellen. The people.
Yes, teacher.
يلا miss, quickly because we are out of time. يلا, the people went.
دقيقة مس بس عشان هاد.
يلا miss. The people went back, sorry.
The people went back to the town. The boy languid.
Laughed.
He
Okay.
was enjoying himself. The second day, the boy was bored again.
Again. هذه الكلمة again. Repeat it.
Again.
مس وقع مني الكتاب sorry.
It's okay. The book fell from my hand. Okay, again. Can you repeat again?
Again. Wolf. He shouted.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, حبيبتي ناردين. Ellen, sorry. Thank you so much. Next time, guys, we will finish reading and discussing the lesson because we are out of time. Miss, can you please next time come earlier to the class? Do you have any question before I end? Yes, Fadi.
هم لغوا حصة الرياضيات.
Yes, they did. Any question, Miss, about the lesson? أي سؤال عن الدرس? Do Do you have any? Okay, guys,